Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Expert Speaks. Year after year, there are a lot of people, NRIs settled in USA, keep coming back to India for various reasons. The parents are here, they get a job here, they don't like USA. There could be reasons multiple. But when they come back to India, there are several things that they need to attend to, particularly the issues pertaining to the compliance aspect that they need to cater to in USA before they leave US to come back home. In this episode, we are going to talk to Dr. Rati Tripathi, certified educator from USA, to know what all the things you must attend to before you say bye to USA. In our episode, the co-founder of NRI Money Clinic, Tejas Bhatt, interviewed her to know what all the things you should keep ready, prepare, and attend to before you come back to India. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Are you a NRI living outside of India for more than 10 years? Have you dreamt of a retired life in India in a beautiful house and a lifestyle of your choice? Your dream can come true only when you take some simple and effective actions today. I will take you through a step by step process to make this dream come true in my webinar Stress Free Retired Life in India. Hello, I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, financial guide and founder of YouTube channel NRI Money Clinic. I have to my credit creating secured retired life for thousands of NRIs spread across more than 60 countries. If you have an intention to make your dream retirement come true, register for my webinar. More details are in the link below. So, dear viewers, expert of the week today is Dr. Rati Tripathi from USA. She holds a doctorate from Birla Institute of Technology and Science. She is a certified financial educator and a registered member of the Heartland Institute of Financial Education. She has more than 12 years of experience. She regularly conducts group classes, one-on-one sessions, tailored to each individual's unique financial needs. She's going to talk to the co-founder of NRI Money Clinic, Tejas Bhatt, on the various aspects of compliance-related matter which the NRIs have to attend to if they wish to come back from USA to live in India. By the way, before we get started with the interview, let me add a disclaimer here. The video is for educational purpose, and when you actually set out to do these things, you must consult the relevant financial planners, professionals, CPAs, or anybody who needs to advise you on a one-on-one basis. Over to Rati Tripathi and Tejas Bhatt.
Hello and welcome to NRI Money Clinic. I'm your host Tejas Bhatt, co-founder at NRI Money Clinic. Today's topic is more relevant than ever. We have been receiving a growing number of questions from NRIs and OCIs, many of whom have lived in the United States for years, even decades, who are now planning to return to India, especially for retirement. So in this episode, we are diving into a crucial question. What should NRIs in the US do before making a long-term move back to India? We'll be focusing on the compliance checklist today, covering the key legal, financial, and tax-related actions you need to take before you board that flight back to India. Joining us is someone who knows the subject inside out, Dr. Rati Tripathi, a certified financial educator and consultant. She has empowered hundreds of Indian families with practical financial guidance tailored to their unique life goals and cross-border transitions. Thank you very much, Rati, for joining us today.
Thank you, Tejas. It's a pleasure meeting you today.
Thank you. Let's get started. Rati, when an NRI or an OCI who has been living in US decides to move back permanently or for a long term in India, who are the first authorities or institution they should notify?
Tejas, I would say if they are employee, they should contact their human resource department the very first place they need to go. Because these departments are very helpful. Not only they will help you understand what requirements you have to fulfill, what address update, etc. you have to do. They also have checklists drawn out for you to follow. And based on that, the USCIS, United States Immigration Services, and inform them about your move, and they will let you know that what you need to do. Do you need to cancel your visa, or you need to update your new address, or you need to make shift or changes in your visa status? They will guide you accordingly. When you are doing that, also reach ask for further help. Ask them if they have any resources, because you are moving back to India. They may have extra resources apart from this service which you may be utilizing. So definitely these are great people. And if you are not employed to any big institution or company, and your employer is rather small and they don't have human resource department, in that case talk to your supervisor. And if you don't get help, definitely reach out to your financial professional and USCIS. Make them a phone call and they will figure it out for you. So hope that helps.
Thank you, Rati. Great point. Now, many people forget about the mail and communication. What should they do to stay in touch and avoid missing important paperwork once they move back to India?
Number one thing I would suggest people to do is find a close contact, a trusted person who is local, could be your family, friend. If nobody, then there are services for a very small fee. Some attorney's office provide these services, or some other resources too. There are several online. When I looked last time, you to have a mailbox, you don't need to stay in United States. So definitely reach out and find a temporary address for yourself, find a close contact, and go to your US postal services and update your forwarding address. So you go back to India or you leave country, that doesn't stop your mail keep coming to your door, which is not pretty because it may have your private confidential information, etc. So if you have a forwarding address on record, the moment they receive a mail for you, they will forward it to the given address for next 6 months or even extended period of time if you ask them to do so. Also, you can designate a partial power of attorney to someone. Partial power of attorney, you are not transferring any assets to them. They are only authorized to talk on your behalf, give little small instructions on your behalf. So that can make your life easy if you have while you are transitioning back to India.
Okay, this is something new to me. I was of the opinion that, you need to have a physical address to, receive the mail. So, now with the partial power of attorney, you can appoint somebody and to talk on your behalf while you're not in US.
Yeah, totally. These days in US or anywhere in the world, you can appoint people to walk your dog, take your mail, do whatever you want them to do. You
That's
just
good.
have to be like, I realize in India, people paying their electricity bill, hiring people to do that for them. So same here.
Yeah, in India, you don't need people to pay your electricity bill anymore. We have
It's
apps
all on
that, you have banking apps, you have, UPI systems, everything is, when it comes to the payment
digital.
interface, India is pretty much well ahead of its, how it was many decades ago.
True, true. Impressive.
Thank you. Let's talk about money. Many people panic and they rush to close their account. What is the right way to handle bank account and investment, or what happens to their money that they have invested once they go back to India?
Tejas, I feel rushing for anything is inviting devil in your life. So, number one, do not rush or panic. Just because you are going to India, that doesn't mean you are leaving the globe or going to Mars. People actually going Mars these days, and their bank account still exists in United States. So do not rush on anything. Number one thing you do, reach out to your financial educator or mentor in India. First, you need to know, okay, if I leave here, where I'm going to go? What my next destination for my money? Your destination may be confirmed, but find out what account you should have in India, like NRI, NRO account, etc. Then come back and talk to your financial professional here in United States. Make a good exit plan which can fulfill your unique needs. Number one thing, divide your account between type of accounts. So if you have short-term account like bank account, money market, etc., go to bank, talk to managers. Most bank will let you keep your account as long as you want to. As long as you are an ethical, honest, legal person, they don't have any issue where you live. They will let you continue your account and update your address again, forwarding address, etc. Every bank is online, just like you said, digital India, little bit digital USA too. And then reach out. There are 1-800 numbers. You can maintain your account until it's needed, and later on decide when you absolutely don't need it. Then you can close it on a phone call, or filing a small form will satisfy that need. Long term account is a different game plan. If you have accounts like investments account, retirement accounts, and you have businesses, patent royalties, etc., or you have retirement accounts, closing them early on may incur a lot of tax liability, penalties, etc. So, for those, definitely ask help and decide a plan. And not only taxes and penalty, it also may benefit you a lot if you take the full advantage of these plans and follow the rules and go with the guidelines. It may add value to you and your family. So, definitely in those kind of account, follow the instruction and come up with a good exit strategy and exit out when it's most beneficial for you. In case some people have real estate, like they leave their residential home and they rent it out, or they have few rental properties for passive income, that case, consider hiring a property manager. Like I have properties where they don't know me, I don't know them, I don't ever look back at that property. Only thing I see a paycheck in my bank account every month. Who does it? My property manager does it all for me. They may charge like 2%, 5%, a small fee for that, and I'm totally okay. So there are professionals and there are big companies who do this service. So, and they have history, hundreds of years of history. So find a good property manager, let them manage the property for you, or a real estate agent if you want to sell the property later on. They will take care of all your needs. If needed any signed document, they'll reach out, and there is things called FedEx and fax. You can take advantage of that. So whatever is needed can be done, does not matter where you live. So we are in 21st century, fortunately. If you have businesses like hotel, motel, gas station, or other kind of business, or you are a scientist or doctor, you have royalties and patent, those kind of things, then consider hiring a business manager or attorney who can handle these things while you are gone. Again, partial power of attorney, a proper guideline set up with the help of an attorney will suffice all the needs. So, and you can keep receiving passive income in dollar in India. It will, yeah, people will like it.
Thank you, Rati, for that valuable information and in detail about bank accounts, your rental real estate, your business account, your royalties. That should give a great insight for people who are planning to come back to India. I have one more question related to the investment angle. Many people have this 401k accounts, or I think that's what it's called, the retirement fund. What happens to those? If people are looking to come back to India during retirement, I would really want to understand, how does that work?
So their 401k is actually an internal revenue service code number.
Okay.
All it is, it has rules and regulations written on it. If it depends upon the organization, what you can call a retirement plan, that code number changes. So 401k is the people started using as a generic term for retirement, which actually it's not. If you are working for a for profit, more than 100 employee kind of employer, a big institution and corporation, they offer you 401k. If you are working for a university, hospital, it has 25,000 employees, but still they're non-profit. In that case, that code changes to 403b. And similarly, there are several different names based on which organization you are working for. Rules are generally pretty much similar. So if you are leaving, basically what you are saying to what deal you have signed with Uncle Sam, that you haven't paid taxes yet in these accounts in most cases. So, and they let you do that because they think you will be saving money for your retirement. So you will be not dependent or become a liability of government when you retire later on. You have some personal savings going on. So we call it golden handcuffs. So you save money, but you cannot touch it. until you reach your retirement age, which currently is 59 and a half. So in most cases, when you are 60-year-old, it's all yours. But if you liquidate it before age 60, there could be penalties and taxes on top of it. And your tax brackets may go very high based on the amount of the 401k you are liquidating that year. So it is possible to lose 20 to 40% of your money just because you are taking it out, which is not wise in my opinion. Different ways are there to handle this scenario. You can roll it over to your personal retirement account, which called individual retirement account, and you can keep them, and you can slowly plan an exit strategy which is helping you to liquidate these accounts in long term. And instead of doing it all at once, you do it in a way where it's most beneficial for your family. That's my opinion.
Thank
But there is a lot more detail on this topic, so we can definitely cover it more on it some other time.
Definitely. Thank you, Rati. The retirement account is something, a topic that we can take up for a future video. There is a lot to
Yes.
talk about, as you said. But in general, better to keep your retirement account until it matures. I think it matures at 59 and a half years or up to 60 years. So,
Yeah, or it may not mature, but if you can liquidate out like a small portion, at least you can reduce your tax burden,
correct,
right? Because your tax bracket changes based on your income, and 401k distributions are counted as ordinary income.
correct.
So
Yes,
if you take it a small piece per year instead of taking all at once,
correct, correct.
yeah,
It's very
it still
similar.
hurts, but not as bad.
No, it's very similar to annuities in India. Annuities in India are also considered as the income that you generate every year, and whatever tax bracket that you fall under, this will be a part of that income category. So I think it's very
Yes.
similar to that. It's better to plan out and take smaller amounts in order to reduce your overall tax burden.
Yes.
Coming to the next question, what should the NRIs who are coming back to India know about Social Security before leaving?
Again, this is depends upon the person. If you lived in United States 2 years, are you going back? Probably you don't have to worry about Social Security. You can just go back. But if you're living here for a long time, and people generally, as of today, the rule is if you contributed in Social Security taxes, called FICA taxes here, for last 10 years, 40 credit, whatever they call it, but basically you contributed for 10 years into that. 12.6% last when I checked, this keep on changing, percent of your income every year goes to social security taxes. The purpose is that government can give you a kind of pension like income once you retire, plus medical, Medicare, Medicaid kind of benefits eligibility. People become eligible for this benefit once they serve in United States and contributed to Social Security for 10 straight years. Not a straight year, 10 total years. Now, if you're leaving and you worked here 8 years, I would say consider 2 years more. Figure a way out, find a part-time job, live little bit further, so you can be eligible at starting age 62. It's a decent retirement income. Imagine if you're receiving close to based on your contribution, you're receiving $2,000 per year per month in India while you are living there. It will be considerable fact for any family to decide. So if you have worked 10 years already, notify Social Security Administration, let them know you are leaving, ask your options, and who knows, you may come back also sometime, and you complete your extra leftover 2 years at that time. So whatever you do, keep that in mind, that this is a very, very good benefit which will continue, which can maintain your entire lifestyle in India. May not be in US because life is expensive here, but in India, yeah, definitely you can retire just by having your social security. So don't leave it out. Don't throw it away, like leave it on platter for other to collect. Reach out, notify them, put your address, and ask what you need to do. If you have to fill any forms, etc., complete some formalities and keep logging into the account. Create your account and keep looking what money you will be receiving once you retire. So longer you wait, more you get, they say that. But some people, like my husband, they like, the day I'm eligible, I'm going to take it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So in
but
short,
it's a
if
very good resource, I would say. You may not be taking advantage of Medicare, Medicaid because you are living in India, but pension income, definitely work for it.
Thank you, Rati. So, any of you NRIs who are close to, spending 10 years in US, just wait, spend 10 years in the US, complete your 10 years, and then you'll be eligible for this Social Security. So, it's always beneficial to complete that so that, this benefit always adds value, and the amount that you receive can have a significant impact in your life back in India. So it can add more money for you to spend in India. So, that's always better to complete 10 years here. Rati, moving to the next thing, taxes. It's always a
Mhm.
complex topic. What are the must-do steps before somebody, leaves US and comes to India?
Okay, so number one advice I always give, talk to your expert, talk to your financial mentor or educator or your tax professional per se, CPAs or whatever. NRIs, their case, when they are actually figuring out how to leave USA, I think they should be talking to a credible professional. Number one, not just a tax preparer who file your tax for like $200, a real tax professional or attorney who understand the rules. Number one, and plan your exit strategy. Definitely figure out if you owe any taxes, notify IRS about it, or based on your visa category, and India and US have a double taxation avoidance treaty, you can benefit more from the treaty provisions, so take advantage of that. I have known that certain students who were leaving United States after living a year or so, they got all their money tax back as a refund because they lived here less than 2 years. So case to case basis, talk to them and see if you are eligible for refund. If you are a high net worth individual, you definitely need to do that because you may have to do an exit tax structure, tax return, or you will be filing your final tax return. If you continue receiving income, you may need to file tax return in both the countries. Based on that, look at your options and plan accordingly, because this is a very big deal. Like, you don't want to leave unpaid taxation, because IRS tax burden, if you have it, with penalties and if they see you are avoiding taxes, they are very hard on you. You may lose a lot of value. So make sure you take care of it sincerely with the right kind of professional.
Thank you, Rati. It's always better to stay compliant and follow the rules and be on the right side of the law. And that reduces your burden and ensures that you have a good night's sleep. I don't want you
That's
to come back to India and, start worrying about all these things.
definitely anybody, if you want as your enemy, definitely US government is not in the list.
Yes, definitely. Rati, what about the debts and credit cards? I'm sure that credit cards are very popular in US, and many people have credit card debts and or other types of loans that they have taken for something like a mortgage. What's the protocol there? What happens to those things? How should a person look at it when he or she is going to come back to India?
So again, you can divide it by in two categories. Number one is your short-term debt. So your credit card debt, your personal loans, your small bank loans, etc. I would say consider paying them off. If you can, if you cannot sit down and talk to these people, or maybe hire a debt attorney who can help you handle these things, they can make a small installment for next 5 year, 10 year, and you keep set it up in the auto pay and keep paying it off. Definitely pay it off. That's number one. Number two, to protect your credit history while you are not here, or even if you are here, that's advisable that if you are not going to take any new loan or debt, not going to apply for anything, then reach out to their three major credit rating agencies. Reach out to each one of them and put a lock on your credit. So nobody can apply the credit on your name while you are gone or not here for permanently or temporarily, doesn't matter. So put a lock on your credit so nobody can take an undue advantage of yourself. Then after that, your long term short term needs are satisfied. Once you plan for that, think about your long-term debt like mortgage, like your any auto loan, etc., which are for 5 year, 30 year, 10 year, 20 year kind of deal. If you want to keep, if you're keeping the property, obviously you're going to India, somebody else will live there, they will pay you rent, which will come into your bank. If you have other passive investment income, etc., passive income sources, that will be coming. If not, it's your debt and you have to pay it off, so find a way to pay it from your Indian income or whatever way. You do not have to cancel it out, you just have to call the bank, let the lender know that this is how you want to plan. If they have any additional suggestion, take those help and keep continuing those debt. You don't have to haste. Just because you are leaving, you are not supposed to pay $800,000 mortgage in 3 months. That's not required of you. You can keep the property, and when you sell the property, obviously it will be paid off. But if you are keeping the property, renting, etc., then the rent will take care of it. So rental income and investment income, my stepchild. You don't have to love them, they keep working for you.
Thank you. So there is no hurry to close your debt accounts. You can continue to service them even when you're back in India. So don't worry about that huge mortgage that you have and how will I clear it. So you can continue, if it's on a rent, it can take care of it, as Rati said. So there is no hurry to close about it. So this shouldn't impact your decision to come back to India. Rati, many of our listeners in US have life insurance, health insurance. What's the plan for that? What happens to these insurance policies once they come back to India?
Great question, Tejas. So let's again, treatment for your health insurance and life insurance are completely different. Health insurance may not cross border if you are moving permanently. If you are traveling to India, coming back, it's no problem. But if you are completely leaving United States, you call your health insurance provider, ask them what your options are. They may have international plan, enroll into that, or reach out to your Indian professional, take a health insurance in India because you need coverage, doesn't matter where you are, and figure it out that way. If you are canceling a midterm policy, let's say you paid them for entire year, but you're leaving in the USA after 3 months, reach out to them and they may refund all your extra money to you. That is one thing. But in addition to that, you also reach out to your healthcare provider. Talk to them. Number one, get access to all your health records and treatments. Number two, you get your prescription prescribed to you for next 6 months. So anything you are depending on, any medication you are taking or any treatment per se you are taking, you need that supply for at least 6 months while you are settling back in India, leaving United States and all. That's your healthcare provider will do, and take a list of entire complete records so you can go and give it to your new doctor and they can understand what was going on with you so far and how you were treated, and they can continue as like nothing major changed. That's one thing. But if some people have some kind of critical illness or chronic illness, they are like, they have special needs per se. In that case, ask your healthcare provider to, it's like extra favor they will be doing it, but they're pretty open to that. They will research and find the right kind of expertise and facilities in India, and if possible, connect the doctor in India to United States. So when you reach there, your treatment is continuous. And also, if your new doctor needs some kind of guidance or some kind of know-how, they can have a phone call or an email to each other and they can figure out how to work with you properly. So these are important things. Health is very important because without you being healthy, rest of the things doesn't matter at all. Now, life insurance. Generally, life insurance, nothing happen. You just keep paying them premium and they pay you death benefit. If it is a term insurance, you will live longer than term, God pleasing, and it will be expiring in 20, 30 years and your money will be gone and you will be happy and alive, and that's all we pray for. We don't want to be getting paid from your term insurance. But if it is a permanent insurance, like it's for your life, definitely talk to your insurance company. Let them again know about it. They normally will have no problem. They may put you in your international client category, or they may have some international plan. In very few cases, some of the insurance companies may say, it's very odd, I never heard about it, but they may say, no, we don't want you anymore. In that case, they will find you, or you can find yourself a continuation coverage of similar type. In a life insurance scenario, there is a rule called replacement rule. Do not cancel your policy unless you get approved for a new policy, because unless it's written in the exclusion section of your policy that if you travel abroad we will cancel your policy, 99.9% your policy will stay with you as long as you want to, as long as you keep on paying premium and keep on following the rules. So, but definitely do not cancel it, replace it with the good coverage back home. Hope it makes sense. And you can keep both. You can keep, I know many people who have policies in India and they have policy in United States. They have their own perk. Yes, one more thing. Some policies have hefty cash value, which is very good. You can take it out in form of loans or withdrawal, whatever way, most cases, and take it with you if you want to, and just keep paying premium. Or you can leave that cash value inside the policy, and interest or return on investment income will keep generating, and they will keep paying for the policy. And anywhere you have not enough interest or not enough income, in that case you can, at those year only, you can chip in a little bit. But other than that, they are like, based on how long you have these policies, they are generally pretty self-sufficient.
Thank you, Rati. That's a wealth of information that you have given us regarding the health and life insurance. And I'm sure this would really help our viewers in this transition, or, in that decision making. They're looking to come back to India. So this video will definitely help. It's a very, very vast subject. Sure, we have, touched upon few important points as of now. We will come back to you. I would like to, record another episode to discuss the personal side of the move, like for example housing, belonging, schooling, and cultural reintegration. We will discuss this in a separate episode altogether. But I'm very, very happy that you accepted our invitation to come to this episode, and our viewers would be very happy from the wealth of information you have shared today. Thank you.
Most definitely, Tejas. It's always pleasure talking to you. I enjoyed the episode.
Thank you, Rati. Thank you.
So, dear viewers, hope the interview done by Tejas Bhatt of Dr. Rati Tripathi helped you to understand point by point you need to attend to issues in USA before you come back to India. If this video helped you to understand the finer points around it, do give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to share these videos with all the communities in which you are connected with. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another episode of Experts Speaks next Tuesday. Till then, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.